Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Be Learners. So first of all, I would like to tell you extremely sorry due to some technical glitches I was facing a lot of problem. Okay, so now everything is fine. So please pin me a message. Am audible to everyone, yes or no? Am I audible to everyone and visible to? Am I audible and visible to everyone? Please pin me a message quickly. Then we'll move our chapter ahead. And today we are here to discuss history chapter number 5, that is the early Vedic age. Okay, fine. Okay. So let's start our chapter. Actually, there was the issue. I cannot see the chat section in the previous streaming, so I have created a new streaming. Please inform to your friend also if they are still waiting there. Okay, you can share the link of this classroom right now. I don't have the time. I'll share it later on. Okay. Okay, fine. Now concentrate here. See, what we have seen in previous chapter, we have seen about the civilization, we have seen about the Harappan civilization, and we have also seen that the Harappan civilization that was ended in 1500 BCE. Okay, and after that, what happened? The Indus Valley area, it was brought under the occupation. Okay, now the new group of people, they have entered into the sea. Now they have tried to create a new scenario. Okay, now what is happening? They have started practicing a new form of occupation. Not only occupation, a new form of group of people came into the picture. Now you must be thinking who all are these people. Now the person who all are coming into the picture means I'm talking about the history. Who all are they? The answer is Aryans. Now you must be thinking who are Aryans? See, if you will see the map, world map, when you will see the Asia, the center part of the Asia, that is called Central Asia. I would like to request you after this class, please go and see the map, world map, and there you basically focus the Asia portion. Okay, you have to just focus on the Asia, and there what you have seen, there what you will see that yes, you will see that Central Asia means center portion of the Asia, there many people they have arrived into India. Understood? Not only India, means you can say some parts of Pakistan also. So they were only called as Aryans. So the people who came from Central Asia, remember this. The people who came from Central Asia, they are called Aryans. And now there's a term that is called Indo-Aryans. Indo-Aryans means Aryans, they have entered in India, means the people from the Central Asia who have entered into India. They are called Indo-Aryans. So now I hope I'm clear to everyone who are Aryans and who all are Indo-Aryans. Okay. So as the Harappan civilization that came to an end, now the Indus Valley area that was brought into the occupation. Now people started practicing their occupation in Indus Valley area. If you will see on the map, you will find this area is in the north direction. Okay, somewhere near around means Pakistan. Okay. So Aryan is also completed. What is what? Who all are Aryans? Who all are Indo-Aryans? That we have done. Now you must be thinking this chapter is related to Vedic age. What is this Vedic age? Vedic age, it is a time, age means era, time period. So the time period between 1500 BCE to 600 BCE. As you can see here, it is written already. I have made a notes also that the time period between 1500 BCE to 600 BCE, that is called, wait a minute, let me take out the PDF. That is called the Vedic age. Okay, and further this Vedic age is classified into two parts. One is early Vedic age and second one is later Vedic age. One is early Vedic age and second one is later Vedic age. So as the name suggests here, early Vedic age means, early means the time period means we are talking about the before era, means before that particular era, before that particular era. So early Vedic age, that is from 1500 to 1000 BCE, and later Vedic age, it is from 1000 to 500 BCE. Now, as I told you, Vedic age, time period between 1500 BCE to 600 BCE, that doesn't complete the definition of Vedic age. You must remember one more thing about that. Vedic age, as the name suggests, Vedic, it means that in this era, in this period, the Vedas were written, composed. The Vedas were composed. So, two things you have to remember about Vedic age. First time period means 1500 BCE to 600 BCE, and second thing that the Vedas were composed, and how many Vedas are there, we will discuss this later on. Okay, then as I told you, early Vedic age and latter Vedic age. Early means 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE. This time period is called early Vedic age, and latter Vedic age 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. Aryans we have done. Who all are where Aryans? Now we'll see what kind of political setup was there. See, if you will talk nonsense things in the chat section, don't compel me to disable the chat section. Otherwise, I will disable the chat section. You won't be able to write anything in the chat section. If there will be issues also, you cannot write there. So please concentrate in the class. Don't compel me to take any strict action. So Aryans we have done, Indo-Aryans we have done. Now early settlements means how they were first settled. First of all, we need to understand they were first settled in the Sapt Sindhu region. Now you must be thinking, what is this Sapt Sindhu region? So 7 rivers, Indus, Ravi, Byas, Jhelum, Chenab, Satluj and Saraswati. All these are means meeting at one place. That's why it is called Sapt Sindhu. And this Saraswati river is no more existing now because it has been dried up now. Okay, so this river is dried, so that's why it is not existing now. After that, Aryans called it Brahmavarta, means ki the region, basically Aryan, they came from Central Asia and they spreaded themselves, means they settled around the region of Afghanistan, Pakistan and Punjab. So this region was called Brahmavarta, means Brahmavarta, why it is called? Because the Aryan, they were settled in this region. And I told you basically these regions where the 7 rivers they meet also, 7 rivers were found, that's why it is called Sapt Sindhu also. Now we need to understand about the Veda. As I told you, the Vedic age means Vedas were composed. Now I told you, means I'm going to tell you that how many Vedas are there. First of all, what is Vedas? So these are nothing, means you can say they are just a written scriptures. Written means ki you can say the Indo-Aryans, when they came to India, they have written some scriptures, and further that is composed, means Aryans only they have composed the Vedas. And there were 4 types of Vedas. One is Rig Veda, Sam, Yajur and Atharv. Total there are 4 Vedas. After that, political setup we need to understand, means how the whole kingdom, or not kingdom you can say, how the place was managed, means who was ruling to whom, means somebody, there must be some organ who is managing everything. So now we need to understand the governing system at that time, means how the people they were governed and who was governing all those people. So political setup, first of all we need to understand that Jan, what is Jan? See, many small villages they come together and it was called Jan. Okay, and many joint families they were forming the villages. Many joint families, they were forming the village, and further many villages that were forming the jan. And this jan was ruled by king or raja, you can say. This jan was ruled by king or raja. Now you must be thinking that what the raja do. You might have seen in the movie, in the serial also, what the raja do. They maintain law and order, they protect the property also, they defend his kingdom also, so that the outsider cannot attack to his kingdom. Okay, so they defend the kingdom too. And most important thing, the head of that place is the raja only. The head of that place is the raja only. Now we are talking about the village. Village is looked after by the headman, not the raja. Village is looked by the headman, or you can say gramini. Directly or indirectly, definitely the raja is also controlling, but the head is the village headman. Of where? Of the village. Now, there were two types of assemblies. Assemblies means people usually gather there to discuss the issues. So there were two types of issue. Sorry, two types of sabha. One is Sabha, and second one is Samiti. So what we have seen now, assemblies means where the people gather to discuss some issues. There were two types of assemblies. One is Sabha and second one is Samiti. So Sabha, as the name suggests, Sabha, it consists of important members of the tribe. Means not every common people will come here. Only the important people will come in the Sabha. And they will advise the king. See, king cannot take the decision alone. They need to consult, means king will consult with some people, and finally the decision will be taken. So the king first consult with the people, important people, and that thing is done basically in the sabha. And basically the topic which is needed to be considered in the sabha are very very important topics, which means you can say on crucial matters they discuss. And after that there is a samiti, where you can say common topics are important topics are discussed in sabha, and general topics which is not very important, general topics are that is discussed in samiti. So now you have understood the this type of differences between the sabha and samiti. Sabha, important topics are discussed. King, what they do, they take the advice from the whom, they take the advice from the important person. Though means king considers some people, they are very important in their court, and the king call those people to give their opinion on some important issues. Okay, so when any important decision was to be taken, the king referred to those in the samiti, because there many people come, so they will advise more better. Now we are talking about early Vedic society. What kind of society at the time of Vedic age was there? So first of all, the society was patriarchy. Patriarchy means the male were given more importance. Okay, everywhere. Whether it is talking about the property, whether it is talking about the rights, whether it is talking about the decision making, everywhere the male were given more importance. Okay. Then Kulapa or the Grihapati, it means that the head of the family, and definitely if male were given the importance, definitely the head of the family will be also a male, eldest member, definitely male. Okay, women occupied a position of honor, means ki it's not like that women were dominated too much or exploited too much. Women were also given the importance, but you can say not as equal to the men. So women were of there was one more thing you might have seen in movies or serial, that a kind of swamber is also organized for women of higher caste or higher class. Okay, they were given the authority to choose their husband of their own choice. This is called a swamber. So child marriage was not practiced, and girls married at the age of 16 or 17. And also one thing, that widows were also allowed to marry. It means there was no restriction. If the widows they wants to marry, means widow remarriage was practiced there. If widows, they were getting the right to marry again, it means that at that time, what the society was educated. If women were given little bit permission, somewhere you can see people were more civilized. Okay. After that, talking about the caste system. So here what happened, at the time of Vedic age, the means the caste system was divided on the basis of occupation, means which type of occupation a person is performing. So on the basis of occupation, the society was divided into four castes. The society was divided into four castes. One is Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and last one is Shudras. Now you must be thinking, who all are Brahmins? So Brahmins were the educated or the learned person of the society. They were, means they used to do all those jobs related to the god. Also, they used to take care of the temples also. So these were the things that were, means you can say, all the religious sacrifices and the work related to the education, means imparting the education, that was practiced by the Brahmins only. So these are the works that is basically done by the Brahmins only. So what we have seen, that on the basis of occupation, the caste was determined. Second thing, Kshatriyas, they were the ruling class, means simply you can say they used to participate in the war. They used to protect their territory, they used to protect their kingdom, they fight with their enemies. Okay. After that, it comes about the Vaishyas, simply the one who are businessmen, or one who is practicing the trade. Okay. They are called as Vaishyas. And last one is the Shudras mean the one who used to do the menial jobs. Menial means ki you can say the odd one jobs, like rack pickers or anything. So the one who used to do this kind of job, manual scavenging also. So all these things are the menial jobs, and that is basically done by the lower caste people. Okay. So they were considered into the another class, and among all these four castes, the Shudras were considered the low category caste, and Brahman, they used to keep at the highest position. Okay. Now, talking about the food, means at that time, what type of foods that were eaten by the Aryans? So, milk, barley, wheat, ghee, meat, all these things are the staple food. Means you can say these were the main foods that the Aryan they used to eat. It's not like that they don't used to drink. They used to drink also. Okay, so they used to drink two types of drink. One is som and second one is sur. Okay, som, various type of celebration is done, and in that celebration this drink was served. And sur, this was a special religious drink. Okay, it was not served every time. Any religious function is there, at that moment this type of drink is basically served to the people. Now you must be thinking, what type of dress the Aryan used to wear? They used to wear simply dhoti, vasa, and adivas. Now you must be thinking, what is dhoti? Dhoti is basically which is worn at the bottom. It is a kind of a bottom, and vasa means it is worn on the co- body is covered with that. Okay, and adivas means it is kept on the shoulder. Then next comes that not only this, jewelry is also worn by the people. Jewelry is also worn by the people. Now which type of jewelry is worn by the people? So you can see some ornaments also people they used to wear, like gold and silver ornaments. Then it comes about turban also. Turban, that is basically wear on the head. Okay. Then recreation activities, there are certain recreation activities, means they basically do for the entertainment purpose. So they basically do for the entertainment purpose. Now what are the things that they do basically for the entertainment purpose? That is chariot racing. Hmm. That is chariot racing, horse racing, hunting, gambling, singing, dancing. They used to do it for the entertainment purpose. Now we need to see, means almost we have done the complete chapter. What kind of occupation do the people perform? What kind of do the occupation people perform? So at that time, cattle rearing, agriculture, pottery making, jewelry making, weaving, metal work, chariot making. So all these pottery making, you know now, to make pots, jewelry making to make jewelries, weaving, and after that metal work. These agriculture was extensively practiced. And one thing more I want to tell you, at the time of civilization only we have seen that people, they used to practice agriculture, and that's the reason they basically settle near the river so that they can practice agriculture. And cattle rearing means keeping of animal for benefits. People, they used to keep the animal for the benefit purpose, like they will give the milk and they will give the meat also. That's the reason. Then trade. Basically at that time trade was means international trade was not practiced, yes, but trade with the related to the nearby villages, means suppose if some villages is located very nearby, they can trade with that villages. And you must be thinking, is the currency available at that time? The answer is no. But you can say short of coin, like nishka, NISHKA. निष्का इज अ सॉर्ट ऑफ कॉइन, मतलब एक सिक्के का ही तरह होता है. दैट वॉज यूज्ड फॉर द ट्रेड. एंड इफ समवन इज नॉट हैविंग दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉइन, then the people can practice what? Barter exchange. So they can trade by using the barter exchange. Barter exchange, everybody knows that the goods are exchanged. Suppose if I want to sell apple and you want to purchase orange apple, सो वट आई विल डू, आई विल सेल माई एप्पल टू यू, एंड मुझे जो खरीदना होगा वो मैं तुमसे खरीद लूंगा. मतलब सामान का यहाँ पे अदला बदली होता है बार्टर एक्सचेंज में. सो हियर if you are observing there's a barter exchange, so there is no need to introduce the currency. Okay, so उस टाइम पे करेंसी हुआ नहीं करता था. दैट्स द रीजन द बार्टर एक्सचेंज वाज डन. एंड short of coin, as I told you, nishka was there. If people were having this nishka also, then they can easily purchase any or sell any goods and services. Then talking about the religion, means at that time which type of gods were worshipped. So basically the gods which are related to the nature, they were worshipped more. Then other gods like Varun, Indra, and Sun, Prithvi, these type of gods were also worshipped at that moment. So what we have seen the two, means you can say in short, we have seen what kind of culture, what kind of culture was there at the time of early Vedic age. So everything I have discussed. What is your homework? Your homework is to write these notes in your notebook. Then you have to go for the question answers. So we have done our today's session. Thank you everyone for joining the sessions. Goodbye everyone, take care. And if you have not subscribed the channel till yet, quickly subscribe it so that you can get the notification of my next classes. Okay, you don't need to ask me every time when we will have the next classes. So quickly subscribe the channel. Bye bye, take care, and see you soon.